Hi guys, this is a video on Windows software. This time I'm talking about making use of your USB pen drive or flash drive, or whichever one I call it, thumb drive. Basically I have two pen drives here. I've got one that's 1 GB in size and one that's 128 megabytes in size, which is very small. So I use the gig one mostly to store all my work on and things like that. But I want to try and make use of my smaller one because it just, at the moment, it just sits next to my monitor. So there are several things I can do. I can put some portable applications on here, so things like Firefox and Pigeon. In fact, I'll just show you. Portableapps.com, that's a website. I'll provide the link in the description. I reckon a lot of you have probably heard of it already, but they've got several applications here. You can see Notepad++, Sudoku Portable, GIMP, so you've got picture editor, Miranda, Firefox. So all these things you can take with you places. This is ideal for things like colleges and workplaces where they block you from downloading and installing applications. You just take it in on a pen, and it doesn't affect the computer that you're on by changing settings or anything. It just runs straight from your stick. So that's very handy. I think you can download these individually. I'm not sure. It's got all of them down here. Or you can just download their suite, which is what I did previously. I downloaded the base edition because it's less than 1 megabyte to install, and this is 128, so I can just install what I want instead of, because their standard one formats your drive. I don't know if it formats your drive actually, but I think it takes about 150 meg out of your drive, and Lite takes about 60 or something, because even though it says 89 meg and 30 meg, it does take quite a lot more to install. So our portable Lite runs comfortably on a 256 drive, so I've got a 128, so that's no use to me, so that's why I use the base edition. And as you can see, it comes up with a menu. I'm not sure if I deleted it off mine. I'll plug mine in now. Mine comes up as some weird thing. It's supposed to be a bootable one, but it comes up as an actual drive, so it doesn't auto start. So it comes up as drive P as a local disk. No, I didn't install it. Okay, well, what I'll quickly do then is I'll download the base edition. Hopefully that won't take too long to do. And eventually it's coming from SourceForge. And here we go. So while that it's already downloaded. Okay, so we'll double click, and I'm going to put it to drive P, aren't I? So local disk drive P, install, and eventually. Okay, I'll leave that going. So the other website, I was finished. I'll show you the other website in a second. And on drive P, we can just say start portable apps, and you'll notice that I've now got a start menu style thing down here, and it says my percent drive free, documents, music, just a reverse start menu it looks like, or an actual start menu on the right hand side of the screen. So if I want to install an application, portable application here, I just go to options, install a new app, and then I have to download an app that says .paf.exe, and then it will install it for me. So that's quite handy to have this portable apps program, or you can just download a suite and it's got several things installed already. So the next thing to do is, if you can't find your application on here, and there are quite a few as you saw, if you can't find the one you want to use on here, the next stop is portablefreeware.com. Now I noticed that CCleaner isn't on here, and I want to run this on several computers. So CCleaner you can download from portablefreeware.com, and it says how to extract, so you just extract the zip file and then launch CCleaner, and then under options advanced click save all settings to any. So this is fairly good to use, and then you've got comments in case it goes wrong. I suppose if anything goes wrong, you just follow the comments. So those are the popular searches on here: PDF, Firefox, Skype, Winamp. I suppose Winamp is in the portable app suite. So yep, that's that one. Games. Now I know that some games work on a USB drive if it's big enough, such as World of Warcraft or something like that. You can copy your World of Warcraft folder onto your drive, but you need a big enough drive to run it, which is, I think World of Warcraft takes about 7 gig or something like that with all its updates. So you need a big enough drive if you want to run like big games like that off your drive. But if you want to, the second option is to use emulators, and I'll provide the link to this one. I've used this for a couple of years, so it works fine. So I'm going to get a Mega Drive emulator. You might find it changes to Russian. All you have to do is scroll across, English version. and I'm going to get, I don't know, gens is the one I use mostly. So I'm going to save it to disk, extract it, and then copy the contents to my pen. And then, so all of this runs, it doesn't need to install or anything. So anything that runs and opens in a folder and doesn't have a setup, you should be able to run on your pen. So again, I'm going to go back here and just go to ROMs and go to Sega Genesis. I've done this before, so most popular ROMs and Sonic & Knuckles 3. Save it, and eventually it will download. And it's done. Drag this into the directory, run gens to show you it working, and you just go File, Open ROM, Sonic & Knuckles, and you see it's working. So all you have to do is just go up and then drag this folder, cut it even, or copy it, drag it across, do whatever you want to do with it, and then put it on the pen. I suppose you can make a link if you really want to the portable apps thing somehow. And the last thing, if you want to go nuts and if you want to be really geeky, then boot and run Linux off your drive. You might need a big enough one. I think damn small Linux will run on mine, or DSL for short, because you need a big enough drive to run things. Because here on this pendrivelinux.com, I'll include the link in the description again, you can run basically, if you make your desktop boot, make it boot from the USB drive. Oh, excuse me. You can make it boot from the USB drive, and it will. If you configure the boot device priority in your BIOS, so I think you press something like F2 at setup or F10 or whichever you want to do, and then it will. You look for boot device priority or something like that, and it will say. CD drive, floppy drive, and hard disk, and then USB disk underneath it or something. You put USB at the top, and then it will run it off the USB key that you've got, and then run Linux. Now I think they've got a link down here to see if your pen drive is bootable. No, it doesn't say it here. Either way, it's on the website. Oh yeah, here we go. USB boot compatibility test. So you can just test your USB drive and your boot on your computer to see if it's bootable, if it will boot from your USB. Then it will run a memory test or something just to test it, and then if it does work with this, then you can start trying to run Ubuntu or damn small Linux. There you go, USB damn small Linux installed on Windows. So you use something like a format tool and unzip some crap onto your pen, and then eventually it will boot and you can have your own desktop. So you can boot this on other computers if you can get into the BIOS and the setup or anything like that. So sorry I've rambled on a bit. You can just go to applications from portableapps.com and portablefreeware.com, and if you want to go for games, go to this MU Russia site, which I'll show you, where all these ROMs you just click them and they download. So I made a video previously, but it was in really crap quality, so yeah, that's about it really. So just grab your emulators from here, grab your ROMs from here, and if you want to go the whole 9 yards and make your pen completely bootable for a version of Linux, go to pendrivelinux.com. So thanks for watching my video. If you can find any other uses for a USB pen drive or any better websites than what I've shown you, then leave a comment, rate, what do you think, and thanks for watching.